Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to Eli Talks Football. And welcome to your match reaction for Burnley nil, Chelsea 2. Chelsea go second in the table after a 2-0 win away to Turf Moor. And of course, Man City do have the game against Newcastle. And I'm hoping that Newcastle can beat Manchester City, but Newcastle in a bad one of form. So I believe Man City will win, but I love Newcastle to drop points. But we go second, 3 points behind Arsenal for now. They got their game against Tottenham later on, so that could all change. But listen, man, 2-0, three clean sheets in a row, and we go second. And yeah, man, another win at Turf Moor. 7 wins in a row since the 1-1 joined 2017. So Chelsea, when it comes to Turf Moor, we always win. And it's another clean sheet because the last time we went to Turf Moor, we beat them 3-0. And now we've won to actually, no, we beat them 3-1. So we haven't got back to back clean sheets at Turf Moor. But today we kept a clean sheet. Now, before I talk about the game, I would just like to say, people, and they say a request. If you're doing the predictions, just make sure you stick by it. Do not change anything because as you saw today, as you see the score line to your right hand side of the screen, I predicted that yesterday in the preview and the day before in my prediction. I went 2-0 Chelsea. And I said today 3-1. And the only reason why I said 3-1 and why we're going to concede is because Tosin and Chalobah played each other. And when these two play each other, it's a recipe for disaster. A recipe for disaster. But guess what? For the first time this season, both of them have kept a clean sheet. Both of them. For the first time this season, which is absolutely crazy. But it is Burnley at the end of the day. They are struggling this season and they're close to the relegation zone. So it's Burnley at the end of the day. But we managed to keep a clean sheet. So for me, people, if you're watching this right now, as a request, just stick to your prediction. Do not be like me because I'm so frustrated that I didn't get the 3 points today. I'm so frustrated. It's my fault. It is my fault. I'm blaming myself because I would have stuck to my prediction. I would have gotten 3 points today, and I would have been climbing up the table in terms of the overall how many points I've got. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, that's the first one I want to say. But in terms of this game, yeah, we like we always do against small teams, we seem to struggle. We seem to struggle. So in the first half, it was a bit of an average game because Burnley started off really good. They really did. Leslie Kuchuku, had put some really crosses in, and then Fleming had the chance. The striker number 9 had the chance. Even Leslie Kuchuku had the chance, and yeah, our defense was wide open, especially our centre back. It was basically wide open. So Burnley started off really good, but then in the 10th minute, we were on the counter attack. Liam Delap was running on goal, and he had two options. Either he makes a pass into Jamie Gittins or to Neto. But what does he do? He shoots. He shoots. And not only did he do that in the 10th minute, he did that in the 41st minute. He had an opportunity to pass it into Neto because I believe Kukuea made the pass into Liam Delap. He decides to shoot instead of square it to Neto. Two opportunities wasted. The only good thing, the only good thing he did throughout this game is that he squared it to Neto, and at that time, Neto, made, tried, made a pass that could have feed into Jamie Gittins, but Carl Walker did well defensively. That's the only good thing Liam Delap did in this game because he was absolutely shocking today. Shocking. And I'll get to Margu in just a minute. But Liam Delap, really poor today. I think the only two players that have been frustrated this game is Delap and Joe Pedro. Because Jamie Gittins, at least he did something. At least he got GA in this game. And Neto as well. Yes, he scored, but at least he was involved in the second goal, which I'll get to the goals in just a minute. At least both of them did something. João Pedro and Delap was our worst attacker in this game today. Worst. And for me in the Barcelona game, I need to see Mark Gould coming up top. And if Bonanote is available, let him start. Because João Pedro in this game was really poor. Really poor. I would have thought he will score or create, but he didn't do anything other than that. And even when he put it up top, he still didn't do anything. So for me, João Pedro really disappointing. And so did Liam Delap. Um, in terms of the second half, we had, it was a bit better from us. We woke up a bit. We had more control, more possession, more clear-cut chances, and all that stuff. But then, as soon as Enzo Maresca takes off Liam Delap and brings on Gusto, that's when Burnley looked like the better team. Because they're creating chances. Gusto gives the ball away. And yeah, Fleming had a chance, but he missed. Most of their chances were, wide or straight at Robert Sanchez, and that was the time where Bailey looked okay. And I did say we needed a second goal, and that's exactly what we did. The game ended 2-0. I'm happy for the win, and we move on. But yeah, I like to talk about the players. Santos, first of all, man of the match. He was absolutely sensational today. Really good. I was thinking Caicedo on the bench, And by the way, people, before I get into Santos, this is the first time that Chelsea have managed to win the game without Caicedo starting. Because we saw in the game against Forest, we struggled in that first half. And I would have thought we struggled again today, but we didn't need Caicedo because Santos put in that Caicedo performance. He was phenomenal. Off the ball, brilliant. Winning tackles, interceptions, he's been fouled so many times. His passing today was really good. Everything about Santos was very good today. And as soon as he was on the floor 2 times, I was hoping and begging that he didn't get another injury because Lavio is out, Esugo is out, and imagine if Santos is out. That means we've only got 2 midfielders left. Two. And I didn't want that to happen. But he's okay. But I have no doubt he will not be starting the game against Barcelona. And I hope he doesn't. I really hope. But Santos today, man of the match. Very good performance from him. If I had to give him a rating, I'll give him like a 9 out of 10 because he was phenomenal. He was everywhere. He put on that Caicedo performance. Brilliant today from Andrey Santos. In terms of Enzo Fernandez, I say, yeah, I'll give him like maybe a 7 out of 10 because Enzo did score. He made some good passes, but I think Santos in this game was better than him. But Enzo Fernandez had a good game. So, made some good passes, scored as well. Could have scored another one in the first half. Enzo had a good game, but I think Santos was better than him. So, but both midfielders did okay today. In terms of the defense, Kukurea always doing Kukurea stuff. Every time he gets the ball, the Burnley Bears couldn't handle him. There was one time, I'm going to talk about the goals. For the first goal, Chalobah makes a very good long range pass into Kukurea. Guess what? There was not only one, not only two, but there was 3 Burnley players marking Kukurea, 3v1. But you know what Mark Kukurea said? You're not gonna get past me, yeah, because I'm a defender and I'm gonna, make a really good decision passing Jamie Gittens. That's what he did. Then Jamie Gittens puts a really good cross in. Neto was all by himself. He had to score, and that's what he did. Scored with a brilliant header. In the Let me just say, when did Neto scored? Yeah, Neto scored in the 37th minute. So that was 8 minutes before the first start. So yeah, that was winning from Jamie Gittens, winning cross into Neto. He heads it in, 1-0 Chelsea, happy days. And then, like I said, 5 minutes later, they lap 2 wasted opportunities for me. 2 wasted opportunities. And then in the second half, um, we decided to bring on Badishu and take off Reece James. And that means that that means we have to push Chalobah as a right back for this one, which didn't make any sense, but we kept a clean sheet, so I'm not going to worry about that one. Then another substitution that really got me confused is that we took off Liam Delap and then we brought on Gusto. And I'm thinking that we're going to be playing a 5-2-3 with no striker. But instead, Gusto played in the midfield, Enzo Fernandez in the 10, and then João Pedro up top, and it did work. But Malo Gusto, like, but in 1 minute, and when he came on, makes a stupid pass. And I'm thinking, you see, I don't get why Gusto is in midfield, but there was one time where he made a good pass into Neto, and then Neto, pass it back to Gusto, shoots, and then it was saved by Debaka. So I'll give him that for one. But for me, Gusto in the midfield can be scary. But today, I say he was good, not that great, but good. If you know what I mean. Fair play to Gusto. Who else came on? Mark Guru. Now I need to talk about this guy because Mark Guru did more in 20 minutes than Liam Delap. Because for the second goal, yeah, it all started from Sanchez. Sanchez passing to Kukurea, then Kukurea, feeds the ball into Neto, and then Neto brilliantly makes a long range pass into Mark Guru. He's up against that centre back. Guess what? Instead of Mark Guru shooting, guess what he did? He passed the ball into Enzo Fernandez. He takes a shot. Boom, 1-0. Yeah. Mark Guru gets an assist, and like I said, he done more in 20 minutes than he did in the them Lim de Lap. You know what I mean? So for the Barcelona game, this is the thing I want to see. I want to see Mark Guru playing up top. I want to see him playing against his old club. And if Bernardo is fit, I'll probably start him because at this point, João Pedro didn't look great in the Burnley game. Both him and Liam Delap for me. And like I said, Liam Delap can be a good striker, but like I told you, people, he is not the guy that can take us to the next level. He ain't the guy. He really isn't. And today proved it. Another game where he didn't score and get an assist. And this is why I wanted Victor Osimhen, and people laughed at me for it. But look what listen, Victor Osimhen may not do well for his country, but for his club, Galatasaray, he can do good. So this one I'm very frustrated. And for me, many people want Nicholas Jackson back. And you know what? I have to agree with them because Nicholas Jackson, if he started today's game, he would have never done what Leo Delap did. He would have never done that. I can assure you. He would have never done that. Because Nicholas Jackson, when it comes to him and Cole Palmer, they have that great relationship. They really do. Nicholas Jackson would have never done what Leo Delap did if he didn't sell this guy. So you know what? Maybe people are right. Maybe Nicholas Jackson wants to be back, but we'll see, man. We will see. But yeah, Mark Guru, well done, mate. Well done. Because I was saying in the watch along, I hope Mark Guru can teach Liam Delap a lesson, and that's exactly what he did. So Mark Guru, well done. If I hope you can sign the Barcelona game, I really do. SFL didn't play this game. I've no doubt that he will definitely be starting a game against Barcelona. So I've no doubt about that one. So really disappointed not to see him starting, but he wants to be rested for the game against Barcelona. So that's the much bigger game for me this Tuesday against Barcelona. So I'll be looking forward to that one. But listen, another trophy to pay kickoff, 8 wins in a row. I believe our next trophy to pay kickoff is away against St. James Park. So I don't know how we're gonna be good in that game. But listen, 3 clean sheets in a row, three. And like I said in a watch along, if Chelsea do keep a clean sheet against Arsenal, which I don't think that's going to happen, I've no doubt that Enter Maresca will get the manager of the month. I have no doubt. I have no doubt he will because 3 wins in a row in November, 3 clean sheets as well, second in the league for now. Yeah, for me, Anton Wesker, if he gets another clean sheet against Arsenal, if we win that game, he will definitely win the manager of the month. Definitely, for sure, for sure. So there we go. But listen, man, I should have got 2-0 to Chelsea. Should have stuck by that because I would have gone 3 points for that game. But listen, overall, I say the performance wasn't that great to watch. We struggled against Burnley, like I knew we would. But listen, all I said, I don't care if the performance is good or is bad. We need the 3 points. We need to get the win, and that's exactly what we've done. So there we go. So even though I'm frustrated, for me, even though I'm frustrated that I should have stuck to my prediction, like Yasser said in the watch along, at least we're happy for the win, and that's all that matters. So there we go. But listen, people, that's my reaction and my thoughts to this game. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Who was your man of the match? Who do you think also impressed you? What do you think? Who do you think was the worst player on that pitch? And who do you want to see starting a game against Barcelona? Do let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, thank you to all of you that did like and subscribe to this channel. Please continue to do that on the road to 1K as always. And yeah, Chelsea's next game is on Tuesday night at Stamford Bridge against Barcelona. Very tough game. Let's see if Chelsea can handle Barcelona's high line, because that's what they normally do on the Hansi Flick. So there we go. But listen, people, thank you guys so much for watching. Um, Good win for Chelsea. Let's hope the performance gets better on Tuesday. 3 clean sheets in a row. Another win on a Saturday lunchtime kickoff here in the Premier League. And yeah, and also, by the way, I forgot to say this earlier. There's another stat concerning about you know who is it? Yeah, Enzo Fernandez. Look at this. Since the start of the last Premier League season, Enzo Fernandez has 18 GA. Yeah, that is more than Szoboszlai, Martin Odegaard, and McAllister. Deep that, people. He has more GA than Szoboszlai, Odegaard, and McAllister. To be fair to Odegaard, he has been injured, but Szoboszlai and McAllister didn't get any injury, which is absolutely crazy. So that's the last bit I want to talk about before I end this video. But yeah, people, like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's your boy Light Talks Football, and I'm out, people. Up the shows. Let's go. See you guys, people. Peace.